Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to learn about the structure of atoms. A structure of atoms is a very simple and interesting topic, and it also a basic topic in the Department of Physics. So many scientists have dedicated their life to discover protons, neutrons and the electrons. We have to learn about the scientist. Okay, let's move on to our topic. What is meant by atom? An atom is a Greek word which derives a atomia, which means indivisible or uncuttable. In simply, what is meant by protons, neutrons, and electrons? In simple words, protons are positive charge elements. The electrons are the negative charge elements, and neutrons. Neutrons is called a neutral charge that it doesn't contain either a positive charge nor a negative charge. The net charge of a neutron is always be zero. Let's go depth about the atoms. Atoms are the basic building block of matters. The atoms are made up of three particles that are protons, neutrons and electrons, which are responsible for the charge of an atom and the mass of an atom. The atom contains two regions, the outer region and the inner region. The inner region contains a nucleus. Nucleus contains a protons and a neutrons. The electrons, that is the negative charge element that are revolving around the nucleus. Let's go depth into our protons, neutrons and the electrons. Okay, let's move on protons. What is a proton? A proton is a subatomic part forming a nucleus of an atom. A proton is a positive charge. A charge of a proton is a positive electron, that is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19. The mass of the proton and neutron are equal. The mass of a proton is equal to 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24. The protons are 1800 times much heavier than the neutrons. That much protons are very much heavier. The atomic number of an element is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, let's move on to neutrons. A neutron is a neutral charge, the subatomic part forming a nucleus of an atom. It is neutral in charge, that it does not contain a positive charge or a negative charge. It is neutral in all ways. Okay, the mass of the proton and the mass of a neutron are equal. So the mass of a neutron is equal to 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24. In the nucleus, a nucleon is a functional unit. A nucleon is a combination of proton and a neutron, but nucleon it can't be either proton or neutron. There are different variant number of atoms that contains a unique atomic number and unique protons in numbers. But sometimes a differently variant number of an atom, it contains a same proton in number but different in nucleon in number. Let's go depth about it, the electrons. A electron is a negative charge element. That the charge of an electron is a negative, that is minus E. The charge of an electron is equal to minus 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19. These are all the important numbers into the topic. May these numbers and these values can be help you into the higher studies and to solving the problems. The electrons are the negative charge that are revolving around the nucleus of an atoms. Okay, the combination of more or than two atoms to form a molecules. So molecular formula, it can be derived by the number of protons or number of electrons or number of neutrons in an atom. In this example, we have to simply see a water molecule. A water is a combination of oxygen and a hydrogen, and it contains a one proton and one electron. It is a neutral one. There will be in zero. The molecule of a water is a liquid state. The matter can be derived into three types: solid, liquid and a gas. So these are all the upcoming topics we have to learn about this. Okay, what are the scientists, how much to dedicated their life to discover the protons, neutrons and the electrons? There are so many scientists have been dedicated their life to build up these topics. So basically there are famous scientists we have to discuss now. Initially, Joseph John Thomson and Rutherford and so many, and Niels Bohr and Paulson and Zeisenberg, and these are all the so many scientists have been dedicated their life to build up this of protons, neutrons and the electrons. This the topic will be very famous in 1080s. John Dalton, the famous British teacher, he has to dedicated their life by discovering what is contains of protons, what is in the neutrons, what is in the electrons. He had to discover, he has said that the atoms can be neither created nor be destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. He also introduced Dalton's atomic theory, which to applicable of law of conservation of mass and the law of and the constant conservation. These are all the some of these laws and the theories he has been discovered, but it has also some disadvantages. Everyone found the new things and someone tell there will be some disadvantages. Later it has been rectified by the John Joseph Thomson, J. Thomson, simply the man is called. He has to founded how much it works, and he had dedicated the whole life for the discovery of the electron. He won a Nobel Prize for the discovery of electrons. His famous experiment is called cathode ray experiment. It is an important topic in the class 12 standard. In this topic, I have to simply say there's a glass tube experiment. It has two openings. The one openings is for the vacuum pump, and the another opening it to be an inlet for the gas to be filled. The protons and the electrons are around the glass tube. Under this method to be measure the charge of an electron and the mass of the electron. Later, Rutherford is a student of Joseph John Thomson. He has to discover some new many things and so many innovative ideas to innovating and upgrading their staff works. His famous work was alpha cathode ray experiment. Then so many scientists and Niels Bohr and Paulson experiment. There are so many experiments and so many scientists have to discover about this. Okay, today we are going to learn this topic. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.